Okay, I will just start. Alright. Nakikita niyo yung screen ko?
Yes
Yes
po.
po, ma'am.
Okay. So this is... Okay. Wait lang. Okay. Heat and heat measurement. So our objective here is to differentiate heat and internal energy, relate the temperature change of an object to the quantity of heat given, and determine the quantity of heat. So the main objective actually of this lesson is to measure heat. Heat is a form of energy that can be transformed from one form to another or can be transferred from one point to another. So this is one application already of the effect of temperature. Actually, the first part of this should be thermal expansion. Inuna ko lang itong heat and heat measurement because this is easier on online. Mas gusto ko kasi sanang i-face-to-face yung thermal expansion. Okay. And then, so, what is specific heat, thermal capacity, and heat capacity? When we say specific heat, this is the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of a unit mass of a substance by 1 degree. So, specific heat. So, common units are in calories. So, examples, specific heat of ice is 0.5 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. A specific heat of water is 1. A specific heat of steam is 0.48 calorie per gram per change in degree Celsius. Okay. Thermal capacity is the amount of heat needed to raise the temperature of the total mass of a substance. Okay, that is the thermal capacity. Pag heat capacity naman is the total amount of heat needed to change the temperature of the total mass of a substance when the change in temperature is not equal to 1. Alright, balikan ko lang yung specific heat. This specific heat is light density, a unique property of substances. Ibig sabihin, each substance has its own specific heat. Unique siya. Right? So, ibig niyang sabihin, katulad nitong ice, 0.5 calories per gram per change in degree Celsius. Do you see the symbol here for degree Celsius? Bakit na huhuli? This means change in degree Celsius. Pag degree centigrade, that means the one temperature reading. So this is delta T. Right? So heat quantity is, or Q, is mass times specific heat times change in temperature. So you can measure the amount of heat needed if you're going to change the temperature of the substance by multiplying the mass, gaano siya kadami, anong klaseng substansya by its specific heat. So kung water siya, multiplied by kung anong specific heat ng water, which is 1. And delta T, gaano kalaki ang itinaas ng temperature. So yun ang ibig sabihin ng measurement ng heat capacity. The amount of heat needed to change the temperature of the total mass of a substance. Alright. So these are the common units. In the MKS, for heat capacity, we use kilocalories. In the CGS, calories. In English or FPS, BTU, British Thermal Unit. So, pag specific heat, kilocalorie, this should be per kilogram, not gram. kilocalorie per kilogram per change in degree Celsius. Pagka CGS, calorie per gram per change in degree Celsius. And this is BTU per pound per change in degree Fahrenheit. So, mass is in kilogram, gram, or pound, and delta T, degree centigrade or degree Fahrenheit for English. More often than not, our examples will be in the CGS unit. Kasi yung constant natin sa specific heat is in calorie per gram per change in degree Celsius. So, CGS. Ang Q natin in terms of calories, mass natin in terms of grams, temperature natin change in degree Celsius, and the specific heat calorie per gram per change in degree Celsius. So you should be familiar with these units. Very seldom we use the British thermal unit or the English unit. All right. So the calorimetry of the method mixture is, in your experiment, okay, when you will be doing this experiment, we will be using a calorimeter. A calorimeter has an insulation and there's an inner cup. So the inner cup calorimeter will be consisting of cold water and the cup. Then you're going to place a hot metal inside this calorimeter. Then after some times, there will be an equilibrium temperature. So the idea here is, magmimix ka ng cold and hot water. Or rather, cold water and hot metal. Right? So, yung cold mag-absorb ng heat, yun naman hot mag-lulus ng heat. Okay? So, the principle behind this mixture is Q gain is equal to Q loss, meaning the amount of heat gained by the cold bodies is also equal to the amount of heat lost by the hot body. So, magkakaroon siya ng equilibrium temperature. Say, halimbawa, yung cold water mo na initially are 10 degrees Celsius. Then, naglagay ka ng metal na mainit na nasa 100 degrees Celsius. So, yung metal na yon mai-increase niya yung equilibrium temperature, pwedeng maging 15 to 20 degrees. Okay? So, magkakaroon ng magigain yung water and the calorimeter ng heat, maglulos naman yung metal ng heat. Right. So, ito yun. Calorimetry of method mixture is heat gain is equal to heat loss. So, heat gain is characterized by increase in the temperature of the substance, while heat loss is characterized by the decrease in temperature. All right. So, we also have another type of heat, which is latent heat. Latent heat, okay. Yung una nating heat capacity is heat when there is a change in temperature. This time naman, we're going to measure heat when there is a change in phase. So commonly, meron tayong three common phases, di ba? Solid, liquid, and gas state of matter. So pag nag-change ng solid to liquid, that is melting. From gas naman to liquid, condensation. So liquefaction, solidification, okay, or vaporization. So liquefaction, maging liquid, solid to liquid or gas to liquid. Solidification, maging solid, from liquid to solid, like freezing. Vaporization naman ay from liquid to gas. So this is change in phase. So how are we going to measure the amount of heat needed if you're going to change the phase of the substance? Ang tawag naman natin doon ay latent heat. The amount of heat needed or required to effect a complete change of unit mass of a substance without a change in temperature. The two most common heats are latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. Pag sinabi nating latent heat of fusion, the amount of heat needed if you are to change the solid to liquid or vice versa, liquid to solid. Take note, when there is a change in phase, there is no change in temperature. For example, the melting point or freezing point of water is at 0 degrees Celsius. Ibig sabihin, when it reaches that melting point or freezing point, that's the time mag-change na siya from solid to liquid, magme-melt or mag-freeze. But during that time na nag-change siya ng phase, walang change in temperature. Okay? Pag naging liquid na siya, totally, that's the time, pag pinainitan mo na siya, mag-increase na siya ng temperature. But while changing its phase, walang change in temperature. Take note of that. Same thing for freezing. Okay? So, example, latent heat of fusion of ice is 0.80 calorie per gram. Again, the heat of fusion is also a specific unique property. Specific siya for a certain substance. May kanya-kanya silang kapasidad. Right? So, heat of fusion of ice is, it's not 0.80. 80 to. 80 calorie per gram. Tanggalin niyo yung tuldok. It's 80 calorie per gram. So, if you're going to compute the amount of heat to change the ice to liquid, you just have to multiply M times L sub F. Kung 100 grams of ice yun, times 80, so that is 8,000 calories. So that's how you compute latent heat of fusion. Latent heat of vaporization naman is the amount of heat needed to change a unit mass of a liquid to gas or gas to liquid. Okay? So, latent heat of vaporization is mass times L sub V. L sub V also is a unique property. It is a constant. Okay? Unique for each substances. For water, it's 540 calories per gram. So if you have 100 grams of water na ipapa-evaporate mo, to compute the heat needed is 100 grams times 540 calories per gram. So you have 5,400 calories. That is heat of vaporization. Latent heat of vaporization. Okay. Sample problems. So, I'll just like to, before we go to the sample problems, I'll just like to summarize. Okay? Pag heat measurement kasi ang objective natin dito, right? If you're computing the heat capacity, meron siyang change in temperature. Ang objective mo nun is gaano kadaming heat ang kailangan mo para ma-increase mo yung temperature. Yun naman, latent heat is kung mag-change ka ng phase. Okay? So, it's either heat of fusion or heat of evaporization. So, the only equations we have here is Q equals mCp delta T and Q equals mLF if it's fusion and Q is mLB if it's vaporization. All right. So, we'll have to solve the problems. I'm sorry the solutions are already in here kasi I cannot access my iPad para makapagsulat sana ako. I'm using my laptop now just to share with you. Kaya ako nagtagal is I cannot sign in with my Zoom in another gadget. I don't know why. Then he's asking for a verification code. Kaso ang tagal naman dumating, nagpatong-patong. So my last option is to use my laptop. So hindi ako makapagsulat ngayon to share with you the solution. So nakalagay na lang siya dito. Alright, first problem. Calculate the amount of heat needed to change the temperature of a 500 gram piece of copper from 20 degrees Celsius to 120 degrees Celsius or centigrade. The specific heat of copper is 0.093 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. O take note, ang concern natin dito is a different substance, it is copper. So, given ang kanyang specific heat. So, from our solution, Q, mCp delta T. So, mass is 500 grams. Specific heat is 0.093 calorie per change in degrees Celsius. And delta T is from 20 to 120, so 120 minus 20. Change in degrees Celsius. That is also the delta T. Therefore, the amount of heat is multiplying, we have 4,650 calories. All right. Next, an aluminum container has a mass of 50 grams, this is N, and holds 200 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Find the final temperature of the resulting mixture when a mass of 500 grams of lead at 95 degrees Celsius is placed in the water. The specific heat of aluminum is 0.22 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. Lead, 0.031 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. Take note, hindi na niya binigay dito yung water because water is 1. So automatic alam nyo nung specific heat ng water 1 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. Alright. So this is already the calorimetry of metals mixture. Meron tayong cold bodies here. The container, aluminum container na 50 grams and 200 grams of water, both at 20 degrees Celsius. Then, hinaluan mo ito ng lead na 95 degrees Celsius, 500 grams. So, nung naghalo na sila, ano yung equilibrium temperature ng mixture? Applying heat loss equals heat gain, okay? Definitely, ang maglo-loss dito yung hot body. So, Q ng lead, okay, is equal to Q ng aluminum plus Q ng water. So, substituting MCP delta T of lead equals MCP delta T of aluminum plus MCP delta T of water. So, ang unknown dito is the equilibrium temperature of the mixture. So, definitely, bababa siya sa 95, tataas siya sa 20. So, 95 minus temperature ng mixture. Sa water naman and aluminum, temperature ng mixture minus 20. Because it will be greater than 20. Hence, using your algebra, temperature of the mixture is 25.13 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next, how much heat is needed to change 10 grams of ice at negative 20 degrees Celsius to steam at 140 degrees Celsius, assuming no heat losses due to the surroundings? Okay, this is already the application of heat capacity and latent heat. You know very well that an ice, okay, before it melts, it should reach its melting point, which is 0. Then after that, when it is already at 0, it starts to melt. Tama? Then, kasi ito hanggang steam. Bago naman siya mag-boil, kailangan niyang ma-reach yung boiling point na 100 degrees Celsius. Then when it reaches its boiling point, that's the time mag-i-steam na siya, mag-evaporate. Right? Take note ha, when you are boiling water at home or magpapalambot kayo ng meat, when the water boils already, that is already the temperature. Hindi na siya tataas. So, pwede mo siyang i-lower yung flame. Kasi once na malakas pa rin ang flame and it will boil, madali lang siyang mag-evaporate. Pinabilis mo lang yung evaporation niya. So, nag-evaporate na, naubos na yung tubig mo, hindi pa lumambot yung pinapalambot mo. So, better lower your flame kasi hindi na tataas ang temperature nun. It will only increase its temperature pag nasa gaseous state na siya, pag nasa steam na siya. So, kung boiling point ng solution mo, mag-evaporate na siya. So, when it reaches its boiling point, it will change its state into steam. Then, yung pag-steam na siya, at pinapainitan mo pa rin, dun parang tataas ang kanyang temperature. So, dito sa problem na to, tinatanong the total amount of heat from negative 20 degrees Celsius ice to steam at 140 degrees Celsius. So, you cannot compute right away the total amount of heat. You are going to get the individual heat capacity and latent heat. So, yung ice here, negative 20. So, hindi siya magme-melt hanggat hindi maging 0. So, you have Q1. Right? change in temperature siya. And then ice to water, change in phase, Q2, latent heat. And then water from 0 to 100, Q3, that is change in temperature. And then change in steam at 100 degrees Celsius, latent heat of vaporization. And then steam to steam, it is change in temperature. So, naintindihan? So, a total amount of heat now would be Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4 plus Q5. Q1 is change in temperature, Q2 change in phase, Q3 change in temperature, Q4 change in phase, Q5 change in temperature. So, okay. Q1, MCP delta T. So, 10 grams of ice. The specific heat of ice is 0.5 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. Change in temperature 0 minus negative 20. So, this is 100 calories. This is change in temperature. Next, Q2. Q2 is change in phase. So, MLF. 10 grams times 80 calorie per gram. So, 800 calories. Q3, change in temperature. So, MCP delta T. That is 10 grams times the specific heat of water, 1 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. Change in temperature, 100 minus 0. So, you have 1,000 calories. Right? And then Q4. Q4 is change in phase. So, MLB. So, latent heat of vaporization of water is 540 calorie per gram times 10, so 5,400 calories. And last, Q5 is change in temperature. The specific heat of steam is 0.48 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius. So, multiplying, you have 192 calories. Hence, the total amount of heat of a negative 20 ice to 140 steam is 100 plus 800 plus 1,000 plus 5,400 calories plus 192 is 7,492 calories. Alright, may question dito sa example na to. Kung naintindihan nyo lahat in discuss ko because this example summarize the topic I have discussed. How to measure the amount of heat when there is a change in temperature, how to measure the amount of heat when there is a change in phase, vaporization, or fusion. May question? None so far. Okay. Next problem. A 50-gram glass of specific heat 0.16 calorie per gram per change in degrees Celsius contains 200 grams of water at 20 degrees Celsius. Into these are placed 5 ice cubes of mass 25 grams at 0 degrees Celsius. Will all the ice melt? A, if yes, what is the resulting temperature of the mixture? B, if no, how many grams of the ice remain unmelted? So take note, pag umiinom kayo ng water and soft drinks or any juice, nilalagyan nyo siya ng ice, right? So ice water. So ang temperature ng juice or soft drinks or water na iniinom nyo, pagka hindi na melt yung ice, is 0 degrees Celsius. Right? Kasi hindi pa siya natunaw. Tataas lang siya above 0 kung tunaw yung ice. So imagine, ganun kalamig yung drinks na iniinom nyo. Right? So, sorry. 'Di ba pag gusto nyo ng iced coffee, hot coffee, konti lang, tapos puro ice. So pag nilagay nyo yung coffee, pag kaya niyang tunawin yung ice, tunaw lagad, magiging liquid. Pero kung maraming ice yon, nilagay nyo yung hot coffee, ice coffee pa rin yun. So, ibig sabihin, the temperature of your drink is still at 0 degree Celsius. Alright. So, dito sa problem na to, tinatanong, kung meron akong glass of water na 20 degrees Celsius, naglagay ako ng 5 ice cube, 25 grams. Natunaw ba lahat yung ice o hindi? Kaya ang tanong, kung natunaw, ano yung resulting temperature of the mixture? Kasi kung natunaw, probably, or there is a possibility that the temperature is already above 0 kasi tunaw na siya. Kung hindi naman, how many grams of the ice remain unmelted? Ilan ang natunaw at ilan yung natira? Alright. So, ito yung given. So, minixture natin yon. How will we know then, or how can we answer then, if all the ice melt? So, using the calorimetry of method mixture principles, Q gain is equal to Q loss. Okay? So, you should compute the amount of heat needed to melt the ice and the amount of heat available to melt the ice. Ang heat available to melt the ice is the heat of your glass and the water. Okay. So, heat needed to melt the ice. So, mass times heat of fusion. Yung 5 ice cube at 25 is 100 grams. So, 100 grams times 80 calories per gram is 10,000 calories. Kailangan mo ng 10,000 calories para matunaw yung 5 ice cube. Ilan ngayon ang capacity ng glass mo tsaka tubig para mag-melt? Q ng glass plus Q ng water. So, 50 grams yung glass, 0.16 yung specific heat niya, 20 minus 0. Kasi i-melt mo siya. And then, yung water, 200 times 1 times 20. Meron ka lang 4,160 calories. So, ibig sabihin, from these values, the Q available is less than the Q needed. So, therefore, your answer for that question is, not all the ice are melted. Kung mas marami sana itong available kaysa needed, definitely tunaw lahat yung yellow. Since mas kokonti siya, so merong natira. So using this needed, available, ilan ang kaya nitong tunawin? So, alright. So, Q is MLF, ang kayang tunawin ng 4,160 calories ay 52 grams lang. Therefore, ilan yung natirang ice unmelted? Meron kang 125 minus 52 na natunaw, you have 73 grams. Alright. May question po? May question? Do you have any question? Naintindihan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes. I will be sending you sa messenger activity for this, ha? So, sasabit nyo na lang siya on our next meeting. So, wala na kayong question about heat and heat measurement. Naintindihan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes po.
Alright. And I will also continue
po, ma'am.
with temperature and thermal expansion. Sorry, ask ko lang, di ba last time nag-discuss ako ng fluids, tama? Statics.
Yes po, ma'am.
Yun yung naputol. And then, yung fluid hydrodynamics, sinend ko sa inyo as asynchronous, tama? Tama.
Yes po.
Yes po.
Tama? Wala ko naririnig na sagot.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. So, I have already checked that and that's captured. So, kung wala na kayong question, hanggang doon lang muna ako. Magbibigay na lang ako ng activity for this topic. Okay? Okay na? Hindi rin kayo pumasok, no? For your face-to-face sa ibang klase?
Hindi rin
Yes.
po, ma'am.
Nag-42, di ba? Kaya nag-declare ng ano?
Opo, ma'am.
Pero sa area namin ngayon, umuulan. Umulan kaninang morning. Kaya sabi ko parang mali yung forecast. Okay, sige. Thank you. I will end this meeting na. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
po, ma'am.
po.
Okay.
Thank you.